Jeffrey is like the worst kind of friend. He'll encourage you to procrastinate, to miss your deadlines because he wants you to play video games or smoke weed with him. Jeffrey, I am sick and tired of being a loser. I don't want to stay broke anymore, Jeffrey, but he won't listen. And he makes fun of you when you're trying to be productive. Adonis. Adonis is a fantastic friend to have. He will make sure that you are living to your potential. Even when it makes you feel a little bit bad, Adonis will highlight your areas of improvement because he wants to see you grow. When you procrastinate, you make Adonis feel bad. He's the tribe leader. He wants all of the men in his tribe to be strong. Procrastination is one of a young man's biggest problems. Your ability to do work is absolutely crucial to developing yourself, increasing your income, and becoming more masculine. You want to know what the secret, I'm not going to waste your time, you want to know the secret to overcoming procrastination, which pretty much everyone else misses: your mental health. It's your mental health that controls your productivity, and no one else talks about this. It's your mental health that controls how successful and focused you can be on your work. Now you might be thinking, Hamza. There are some depressed millionaires out there. There's those ultra productive, grind set, Sigma males who wake up at 5 a.m. and they've all got depression. Yeah, you know what? There is people like that. There are successful people who don't have good mental health. There's successful people, productive people who don't have good mental health, but bro, you're not one of them. There's a small minority of the world who can just seem to do work no matter how they feel. You and I are not them. We are the kind of people who do our best work when we feel happy and fulfilled and in the flow of life. And so we need to get ourselves in that emotional state as much as possible. But it's so easy to overlook improving your mental health because it feels like we've got more important things to focus on. So if you're a student, you've got these exams, you've got this assignment, and you think, okay, well, I've got to focus on them. I can't think about, improving my mental health because that's not part of my exams. I need to focus on them. But there's a certain mindset I want you to adopt. The student who, for example, takes a step back from studying and makes sure that he's sleeping 8, 9, 10 hours a night actually performs higher than the student who's sleep deprived but has studied more. And so the student who prioritizes his mental health and spends just 10, 15 minutes a day on his mental health, we'll discuss what exactly you should do to improve your mental health. That student who spends just 15 minutes a day improving his mental health will score higher grades than the student who wants to save every single minute so that he can keep reading the same book and what's the shit, sticky notes and highlighting pages. Shut the fuck up, bro. You're not that, I don't have 15 minutes to waste because I've got to highlight my notepad. Shut up, bro. The overwhelming majority of people, especially young men, overlook their mental health. I want you to have this in mind right now. This is my total belief. The problems that you think are, the biggest problems in your life, like you watch too much YouTube, you watch porn, you play video games, you eat too much junk food. Those problems that you think are the biggest problems of your life, they're actually not problems. They are symptoms of the real problem. The real problem is a lack of mental health. When you are mentally healthy, maybe you haven't experienced this in your adult life, but when a man is mentally healthy, he can go and do work relentlessly. He has this zest about him, this male aggression where he wakes up literally striving, he wants to wake up earlier, he wants to go and do work. A lot of us don't have that. We need to do work, we need to study, and so okay, go on, I guess I will. I guess I'll record these videos. I guess I'll do that assignment. But when you are mentally healthy, you strive for work because you are a man. But modern technology, addictions, hyperstimulation, not living how a natural man is supposed to, has stripped away the best part of our mental health, and so we don't feel how we're supposed to. So there's certain things you can do, and it just takes minutes per day for you to improve your mental health. And I guarantee, I make this promise to you, I guarantee that if you improve your mental health, you will see a linear improvement to your productivity. Procrastination is simply just a symptom of poor mental health. The way you improve your mental health is through meditation, gratitude journaling, time in nature, social situations and social experiences, being around friends, and then finally some kind of physical health things, like for example, exercising, sleeping, and sunlight. Out of all of those, I'd say meditation is probably the single most important one. If you know how to meditate and you've been doing that already, that's fantastic. If you don't know how to meditate, I've got multiple videos on my channel. You can literally just search on YouTube, Hamza Meditate, and I'm sure you'll be able to see those. I've explained meditation in a way that I personally think no one else has ever, meditation is such like a weird concept that so many people overcomplicate. If you literally just search onto YouTube, Hamza Meditate, I'm sure you'll be shown videos where I've explained it in like a very no bullshit manner. But the other things that you can do is live more of like a peaceful, natural life. And this seems a bit weird because I know that you want to like be hard focused on work. You have these deadlines coming up. You don't want to like spend time in nature. You've got work to do. But you've got to realize that sometimes taking a step back from that work to prioritize your health is actually the more productive thing, because that will lead you to actually stop procrastinating. Put it this way, the reason why you procrastinate is because your brain and your body feel and know that you actually can't do that work right now. Does that make sense? You procrastinate because you literally, like, think about it, it's like a symptom, it's like a sign from your brain and your body. No, we can't do that work right now, and so that's why we feel so much resistance to it. But other times, there's times when you don't procrastinate and you totally feel like you can do that work right now, and so you do it. You procrastinate because your brain and your body aren't ready to do that task because you're not mentally healthy right now. You need to take some time away from social media, including YouTube. You know this is fucking real when a YouTuber is telling you to get off YouTube. I really, really want to see my channel grow, but more than that, I want to see young men improve their mental health. Journaling is also a fantastic practice that you can do for your mental health, and a lot of young men don't utilize this. It's such a good skill. I want you to think right now, think of like, the black and white pictures of like the strong masculine men of the 1900s, the 1800s, all the presidents, and Thomas Edison, like those kind of masculine men. Just think about it. All of them had journals. Why? Because in the modern day, we think a man with a journal is kind of gay, don't we? Oh, he's got a diary. And yet, journals of strong men have been passed down through the ages. Why? Because we have such intrinsic, such deep thoughts that need to be analyzed, that we need to put like some conscious thought into like thinking about. And it's too hard to just keep all of that just mumbled up in your brain. You need to put some things down on paper. And I know what you're thinking, okay, well, maybe I'll write some things down on my computer. And you can do that, and that is some progress. But the realest progress in journaling comes when you specifically write down on paper. There's something specific about putting your thoughts onto paper and not on a computer. I have to give this advice every time I talk about journaling, because the majority of young guys who hear it and want to take this advice, they want to take the lazy route, and they're like, oh, well, I'll journal on my phone. Nah, texting and writing on your computer, it's too fast, it's too fake, it's too like computerized. You need to grab a pen, even if you're handwriting shit, even if you're like, oh, but I don't writing, shut the fuck up. Grab a piece of paper, write down what your brain is obsessed about, write down what your brain is currently thinking about. Just ask yourself, okay, what has taken most of my thoughts over the last day? What kind of thoughts have I had? Write a few of them down and analyze them, think about them. You'll find that as you think and journal about your deep thoughts, it will kind of feel like, how when you have earphones, like wired earphones, and you put them into your pocket and then they're all tangled up? How journaling feels is like those tangled up earphones are kind of like your thoughts before you journal. Journaling feels like you're kind of opening up those earphones till eventually you've just got like the straight line earphone, like the untangled earphones. As soon as you journal, 1 second. My fucking candle just died. As soon as you really commit yourself to journaling and you feel that sort of untangling effect in your brain, you'll never want to stop. You procrastinate because of your mental health. Do the hard work, especially when you don't feel like it. Mwah. You procrastinate, bitch.